Hello and welcome to the weekly oracle reading for the week beginning 10th of November onwards. Uh, wow, there's a lot happening this week, isn't it? Those of you who are tuned into astrology videos would know that Mars and Pluto is causing a lot of deep transformation in our lives. And to add to that, we have a stellium in Scorpio, so there's a lot happening for you, definitely. Now, the idea is to not focus on what's been removed from your life. The idea is to focus on what can you do post that process, okay? So let's tune into the cards right away, see what we have as messages coming up for this week. Okay, the first card is Dawn, and it says New Beginnings. If you've been tuned into affairs lately, I'm sure you have at least sensed the fact that, things are beginning to gain traction. Things are moving on little by little. It's either that, there are opportunities, people, situations that are calling out to you, which you have for so long wanted to happen, or it's just that you have gained some sort of confidence with which you're beginning to take baby steps towards achieving your goal or dream. However, there's a precautionary advice that if you are to stay on the course, you have to figure out ways to optimize your energy. Meaning you have to find out things that can keep your energy going on a day-to-day basis. Okay, there's a huge lesson in there for you because we have a lot going on this week. Okay, it may seem a little bit like you exploding in different directions and you can't seem to contain the energy. That is okay, because that is beyond your control. You have to just make peace with that. Okay, I think what's being shared with us is not to try and dissuade responsibility this week. If you have a health condition, if you have a relationship emergency or work emergency, and let's just say in addition to all the chaos that's probably happening around you, you just have a tendency to just dissuade responsibility and delegate the task to someone else. They're saying don't do that. But the lesson in that for you is that you have to figure out a way to not let these external stuff affect how you work or rob you of an opportunity to find that motivation that you so have been longing for. It's only a matter of tweaking and figuring out a way to stay motivated. All the people who have reached a certain level of success, it's not that they've enjoyed doing their work all day, every day. Okay? They have obviously had to find some ways to stick on to it. You bite through it. We all do that. Okay? And it's the best lesson that Saturn actually bestows upon you as he transitions and leaves the house of Scorpio into Sagittarius next month. So you make the most out of it. Be responsible for your situation. Try and figure out how to optimize your energy across these various things you have been responsible for. Okay? Especially the cardinal signs this year. I know it's not been easy for you guys. You are the forerunners of what's being brought into the world in the coming years. And you're the ones that have to go through these lessons at this point in time. But I'm sure by now you feel much better. This week you come to some kind of consolidation about how to move forward. Okay, just don't focus on what's happening around you. It could be very confusing and it'll be energy draining above all. Okay, so don't focus on that. You focus on yourself. You focus in your heart. You focus on what feels good for you this week. Don't focus on logic this week. The next card we have is Fairies, and it says Earth Magic. Okay, this card normally comes up when you have some health issues or when there's a lot of catching up to do in terms of your holistic wellness. That's what I feel. Now, as we all know, things are gaining traction and things are moving super fast, and there's also pressure that's building within us, and I think that's kind of had its build up ever since Scorpio new moon, and we've had the Taurus full moon adding to that a sense of consolidation. Okay, now whatever was being regenerated during that period of time, end of last month, is being integrated into our beings right now. Okay, so if you have felt fatigued or unhealthy or having any issues, or you discover that you had a major health illness, or even mental illnesses, I guess it's time for you to take responsibility for that. Okay, and I'm being suggested time with nature retreats, because I feel this card normally comes up when there's something that needs to be taken care of in terms of our vessel, our body. Okay, and yeah, I'm getting spices. Any recipes with spices will do really good for you this week. Okay, if some of us have taken into, exercising and meditation, yoga, whatever that is, whatever works for you, yes, you've been asked to commit to it. Don't leave it halfway, because it's gonna do good for you. All right, so there's some aspect of grounding, there's some aspect of commitment to yourself that's being asked of you this week in terms of holistic wellness. Now, holistic wellness includes your mental, your emotional, your physical health. And I feel your mental and emotional wellness is pretty much being rounded up. Your body somehow has to catch up with it. Okay, and I think probably that's why some of us discovered last week, or will discover this week, that we have certain things in our body that we need to take care of. You will really sense that, your body will really express that. And I think on another tangent, it's also because there's a rush of cosmic energies to fix things within us, and that's kind of challenging us to, from our end, raise the bar so that it can be easier process for us as well as these energies. Okay, so that integration is what causing us to feel so tired. If you have been exploring any kind of exercises, I think you will know where you stand in terms of your holistic wellness. Domestic hobbies are very much supported this week. Anything creative within home is also very much supported. Okay, be gentle, surround yourself with gentle people, be gentle with yourself. You're not living your life to compete with someone else. No two people have the same lives, no two people have the same thought patterns. Okay, so it'll be really, I would say, stupid to actually include yourself in a rat race. You have your own pace, work at that pace. Okay, the next card we have is New Moon, and it says promise. Okay, so the next new moon we have, it's in the house of Sagittarius, and it's happening on November 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so this will be a great time for you to actually explore a new avenue, and it's really tied up with your dream, what you're trying to achieve in life, what you have decided as what you will pursue as your career, or what you have decided as you will pursue in terms of livelihood, whatever that is for you. This is really tied up with that. But I somehow sense that it will only work out for you at that point in time if you can do justice to the weeks leading up to the new moon. You're not over your inhibitions quite yet. You're trying to understand what's happening, what's changed in you this week, okay? And you can't get a sense of it yet because you have too many events happening around you this week. You're too dispersed this week. And I think, as I said, your body has something major to do with it. Your emotional, mental and physical apparatus has to be on the same page. And this certain clarity that comes into you. Subsequent week will have to do with allowing that to incorporate into your body and getting your body back into the same pace. They're bringing my attention to Taurus full moon. It's because we haven't had much time to actually let the Taurus energy sink in and then analyze. But I think next week will be an important time for you to ask yourself those questions. Review how far you've come. Review where you are right now. Are you satisfied with that? How sure are you? How committed are you to what you want to do or what you want to achieve in life? Whatever arena that covers, okay? So if you want your relationships to be a certain way, are you happy with that definition? Are you happy with your definition of how you want to achieve monetary success? Are you happy with your definition of your relationships, your work relationship, your family relationship? Are you happy with your definitions of your friendships, social engagements? Are you happy with your definition of your creative pursuits, your hobbies, your work, your career? Are you happy with how you have decided to lead your life from here on? That's what the question is. And if you've had more yeses than no, then you're on the better side of things. You can work on those no's, okay? Okay, the last card we have is Volcano, and it says volatility. Okay, so there's definitely some event that's happening this week that kind of triggers some sort of dissonance within you. However, the idea is to try and figure out ways as to how to neutralize that dissonance, okay? So I'm not going to be lying, but yes, definitely there are some endings called for in your relationship arena this week. But I guess, yes, there will be an emotional release, but I think you will get over it sooner than you would have expected, okay? Don't try and over dramatize this situation more than it needs to be. I guess there is some sense of clarity that will sink in eventually towards the end of the week. So in a nutshell, this would begin as a very disturbing week, but it would end in some awesome clarity if you were to do the right things. Of course, that's the clause in there. And the right things has definitely something to do with physicality. As I said, it has something to do with your body, it has something to do with an activity. So it's very likely that you might actually end up finding your support group or community finally, or you will figure out some common activity with these other group of people who are in similar station in life as you, and you guys will come up with some creative activity that works well for all of you, okay? And that is going to be a harmonious event. But again, if you're one of those people who expect universe to do all the work, I'm so sorry to disappoint you. This offer is not valid for you, okay? So I suggest, if you want that clarity, if you want to make the most of this opportunity to learn how to be able to be responsible for yourself physically on a day-to-day basis without feeling drained by the enormity of what you need to do, instead try and figure out ways how to optimize your efforts and your energy put into that through activities that's completely non-related, okay? Wow, okay, I hope that made sense. Okay, so yeah, find that activity, find what that is. If it's meditation, if it's, dancing, I don't know, even a laughing club would do. Anything that makes you feel harmonious, takes you from the zone of that dissonance that you felt, sense of harmony and clarity. And I'm pretty sure by the beginning of next week you will know what to do. And then, by new moon you will do the right steps, and you will probably take the first major but baby step towards achieving your dream. Okay? So that's all for this week, folks. I hope you have a great week. I'll see you again next week, okay? Take care of yourself. Be very alert and be very responsible about your body this week, okay? Love you. Bye.